Welcome back to Cooking with Mark and Oreo. Today I'm going to teach you how to make an apple crisp cheesecake. I still have a ton of apples left over from when I went apple picking. Oreo's excited for today too. He gets a little treat as we get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I already did it ahead of time because it's no fun for you to see me on camera cutting up some apples. But I have 2 3/4 cups of apples diced. And you can put it right into a saucepan. And then you're going to add a tablespoon of melted butter, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar, then you get a teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/2 cup of water, a tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. It kind of gets stuck in there. I'm going to just give that a mix, and then you're going to put it over medium heat for 10 to 15 minutes until the apples are softening. So you're going to cook that all over medium heat, and you want to keep it covered as well. All right, now we're going to do graham cracker crust as the apples in the oven cooking. And I have my little cheat sheet because this is like a 5-step process, and you don't want to forget. So it's okay to have a cheat sheet. I have 2 cups and a 1/4 cup of graham crackers that I mash with my hands. That's a lot of fun. It's definitely a stress reliever. A 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 6 tablespoons of melted butter. And now you're going to mix it all together till you get a nice crumb. All right, as you can see, we got a nice crumb mixture there. Now we're going to add it to our pie crust. And then you're going to press it down, and you want to try to get up on the sides as well, because it's your crust base. There's no perfect science to this, but you want to try to get it as even around the sides as possible. It already smells amazing. I love the smell of graham crackers. And then you're going to bake this in the oven for 8 minutes while the apples are cooking at 350. So I'm going to pop that in the oven. And I'll see you in a little bit. All right, let's check the apples, see how they're coming along. You can see they're kind of getting soft, but you want to leave it until they're completely soft for the next step. So we'll let those cook a little bit. Our crust is in the oven. And now let's get the apple crisp topping ready. You got a 1/2 cup of quick oats, a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a 1/4 cup of melted butter. Yes, this recipe has a lot of steps, but it's so worth it. So now you're going to mix that till you get a nice crumb topping. All right, here's our crisp topping for the top of the cheesecake. Now we're going to make our cream cheese filling. I have 12 ounces of softened cream cheese. And then I'm also going to add 1/2 cup of white sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 egg lightly beaten, and 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla. And then I'm going to mix that till it's nice and creamy. All right, and there's our cream cheese filling, so that's all set. So now we have all steps done, and now we're just waiting for the crust and the apples. So I'm going to give the apples one more turn, and then the crust should be ready shortly as well. It's almost making like an applesauce. Got about 5 more minutes in the apples and a couple of minutes left on the crust. Once those are done, I'll show you how to put it together. Hello, welcome back. We are ready to start putting it together. Our crust is done, our apples are done, and they're like sizzling like crazy. And then we also have our cheesecake topping, and we have our crisp for the top. All right, so I'm going to start with the cheesecake filling that goes right onto the crust. Yeah, I highly recommend using little cheat sheets like I did, because especially when you have a lot of steps, you don't want to forget any of them. And now I'm going to spread that evenly across. So next we're going to put the apples right on top. It's like a nice glaze. And I highly recommend stirring the apples a couple more times than I actually did, because it's burnt a little bit at the bottom. You don't want to do that. Look how beautiful that looks. It smells amazing. And then the last step is the crisp topping, and you can use your hands. And then you just want to sprinkle it on the top. And that's our finished product. Now we're ready to put in the oven. You're going to keep it at 350 for about 40 minutes. All right. All right, see you in 40 minutes. All right, it's 40 minutes. Time to take out our apple crisp cheesecake out of the oven. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. It's gonna look even better once it's cool. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna put some homemade whipped cream on top with some salted caramel drizzle, and I'll let you know how it tastes. See you in a little bit. Hey, welcome back. I cut a piece. It's a little messy because I didn't let it cool long enough. I made some homemade whipped cream. I drizzled it with salted caramel. Oreo's running over so he can watch me try it. And as you can see, the cheesecake, the whipped cream's a little melted, but that was amazing. I hope you like this recipe. It's totally worth the wait. It's totally worth all the steps. The mess is amazing. If you like the recipe, make sure you like, share, and tell all your friends about it. Till next time, see you later. Say bye, Oreo.